So, Brad, we're going to head out to our matchup of the week, Pac-12 matchup. This has been the matchup we've all been waiting for since the time season started. And, Brad, maybe people did expect these two teams to be undefeated in the top 10 heading into week 7. The number 8 Oregon Ducks go on the road to Seattle, Washington to take on the number 7 Washington Huskies. Big playoff implications for both of these teams and Pac-12 championship implications first and foremost, because we all know Pac-12 could very easily cannibalize itself. So we got to be careful there. But nonetheless, it's a 3:30 kickoff on ABC. Washington favored in this one by 3 points. Obviously, it has the home field advantage in Husky Stadium. But Oregon given a 54.8% chance to win this game, according to ESPN.com. Bo Nix versus Michael Penix. What a great matchup that's going to be.
Fantastic matchup.
Irving versus Johnson in the run game. Man, I'll hand it over to you, Brad, and then I'll give my 2 cents. Who do you have winning this Pac-12 top 10 matchup?
Nate, I think this is – I'm definitely going to be tuned into this one the whole time on Saturday, because this one, you say it's a playoff eliminator, absolutely, because you got USC leading the Pac-12 right now, but to me, these two teams, with just how complete they are on offense and defense, they to me are better than USC. I don't know if you agree. We'll get your thoughts in a second. I have a feeling me and you are probably on the same mindset there, that I think these two teams are better than USC just because they're both complete. We talked about Washington has just been so explosive with Michael Penix, Roma Dunze, their big wide receiver. Same thing on Oregon side though. Bo Nix has been lights out. Troy Franklin, their wide receiver, he's been good. Man, just such fun matchups. Nate, first of all, I don't think these teams are going to score in the 40s or 50s. I think both of them are going to get in the 30s, though. I think it's going to be an offensive shootout. And I will say, I'm going to be up front here. I picked Washington in the preseason to win the Pac-12. I'm going with the Ducks in this one, though. And I'm going with the Ducks because of Dan Lanning and that defense. Washington has looked so good, and I really, really like the Huskies a lot. I think they're doing a fantastic job in Seattle, but it's just a matter of the defense. As Washington has given up 110 yards more on defense than Oregon is, and Dan Lanning is going to have a game plan. They may not shut down Washington, but I think they're going to have a couple of possessions where they're going to slow Washington down. I think Bo Nix gets going. Bo Nix, he's in, is this his 5th or 6th college year?
7th.
It's something like that. I mean, he's been around a while. The guy has seen a lot of football, and I've been super impressed with Bo Nix this year, and I'm taking the Ducks for that very reason. I think their defense makes more plays than Washington's defense does, and that's why I'm going with the Ducks in a road game upset.
Washington comes into this game averaging 569 yards on offense. Oregon on the other side, 557 yards on offense. Washington, averaging 446 yards through the air. That's crazy.
Explosive.
That's crazy. Only 123 on the ground. On the other side, Oregon, 330 yards through the air, 227 on the ground. That's impressive. That's huge. Defensively, Oregon only allowing 255 yards per game, 153 through the air, 102 on the ground. Washington giving up 365 on defense. Not the best. 243 through the air, 121 on the ground. This is a physical versus finesse matchup.
Absolutely.
Oregon, and what Dan Lanning has been able to do with Oregon, building an SEC-type team in the Pac-12, you have to think Dan Lanning, as good of a job as Oregon is, maybe he jumps over to the SEC eventually. I guess Oregon's moving from the Pac-12, so he's going to have a better chance in the Big Ten to really make a name for himself out there. Brad, with that being said, I'm taking the Oregon Ducks as well.
Oh, okay.
I think they're just too physical, and I think we mentioned this time and time again. Games are won in the trenches, and Michael Penix, as athletic as he is, 16 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, he's lanky. And that Oregon defense is coming for him. We saw what that Oregon defense was able to do against Colorado, and I'm not saying that Washington is as bad as Colorado is, but when you compare the two quarterbacks, I think Penix and Shedeur Sanders, they carry a lot of the same characteristics.
That's a good comparison.
I think they're really good at slinging the ball. They're really good at making plays on the run. Oregon's going to have to do their best to keep Penix in the pocket. and I think they're going to do just that. Give me the Oregon Ducks. I think Washington's going to score some points. I really do.
Agree.
But I think Oregon in the end, man, they're just too tough, and I think this is a coming out game for them. Well, look, a lot of people thought that Oregon was going to really choke against Stanford. I think that was kind of a trap game, sleeper game in a lot of people's eyes. I think they expect them to win it, but man, did they take care of business?
Yes, they did.
I mean, so yeah, give me the Oregon Ducks in this one in a close Pac-12 matchup.